All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ECAC Week 4 Rocket League matchup. We've got our orange team taking on Kean University tonight, and with me it's Chixxa. You ready to watch some Rocket League tonight, Chixxa?
I am so ready for the Rocket League today. It has been, anticipated all week. You're unsure. Wednesday, Friday, between the two, and we're here. It's Wednesday, and we're doing orange. We're here with Post Orange, and I'm happy to see them on the field.
I love it. It's going to be KeramiK, Nazmyth, and Anonimal for the Eagles. PXNR, Meatball, and Brad Pitt's dad for Kean. So far, pretty quiet start, Chixxa.
Yeah, pretty expected, honestly, for me, especially we're now in that GC range. In a sense, at least our roster mainly full of GC 1 and 2s, and the other side, higher champ range, GC range. So it's going to be a little less mistakes, and certainly feeling out in that first minute and a half, 2 minutes until we probably see that first goal.
Yep, good 50 by PXNR. That's going to send it over to post side. Nice touch by Naz. Keeping it in the corner, not wanting to touch that ball too hard. And now Brad in the Eagles' corner. 50 right in front of the box, a little bit dangerous for the Eagles. As Naz getting the clear out now towards Meatball, another 50. Going to be off the sidewall. Meatball takes that one. Now KeramiK with a setup. A little pre-flip. Can't quite get to the ball. Non trying to center now. Gets bumped off of the play. Here's KeramiK sending it straight down. Anon can't find the other touch. Brad sending it out mid. Meatball didn't quite have a good angle there. As KeramiK comes in front. Good beat there. Let's see if the Eagles can make anything out of this. Good challenge by Naz.
Certainly been that feeler out, as I mentioned earlier. No goals yet. Really not much pressure either. No one wants to make that first mistake when you're playing at this level, and no one has yet to really make or take a risk.
Yeah, those
risk often is the reward, and right now we're not seeing
Uh-oh.
risky plays.
Woo! That was close. Yeah, Anon with a whiff. Oh, and now Meatball with a whiff. Naz shot is on target, but Brad is there making the save, and two close calls suddenly there for either team.
It's going to break down. Eventually the defense breaks down. Eventually teams get risky. And that's where we're finally seeing those opportunities open up. It's the patience that's kind of wearing away, and you see the frustration through those demos, through the offensiveness, through the bumps. That's where you get Scrappy Rocket League, and sometimes Scrappy Rocket League has the most interesting play to it.
Yeah, it's certainly fun to watch. I love it. Definitely a little bit more frustrating to play, I'm sure. Oh, hey, Bomber, how's it going? Bomber's our one of our OG Rocket League captains from a few seasons ago. Oh, what a shot from Naz! Great center here from Anonimal off the side wall, and then Naz is there, finds the redirect.
It's a gorgeous redirect, and it's placed bottom left corner. You really can't squeak that in any better than what he did, and sometimes being upfield, kind of cherry picking, taking that risky goal, definitely worth it. We'll see if we can manage now to hold our lead on the defensive foot, but I've been pretty impressed so far with Post. They've done great transitioning upfield, and it looks like they're feeling comfortable and getting confident early in this game.
Yeah, KeramiK gets it under one defender, but Kean holding strong so far. Out in front of the box, Meatball with a whiff, and now KeramiK going to have an open shot, and he slots it in right down Broadway. KeramiK putting the Eagles up by 2.
Wow, I didn't expect him to actually get that goal, but the challenge comes really late. Nobody putting up pressure from Kean. They need to have someone attacking on that ball, someone getting in the way and making Post uncomfortable. But right now, Post has space. They have time, and they're lining up those shots. Really well placed yet again, and now we have ourselves a little bit of a buffer goal, and that's what we like to see going into the final stretch of this game.
Good pass down there from Naz down to Anon, seeing his teammate and finding them with the ball, but unable to convert into a goal. And the Eagles just continuing with this offensive pressure with now under a minute to go.
field. We'll see if Post can manage to find another, but at least...
Oh, there it is.
KeramiK finds it in midfield, and that's what I thought they would set up. I didn't want to pat myself on the back too quickly, but we do find the shot on the transition.
Classic Rocket League right there. Dribble, pass, shot. I mean, it doesn't get more textbook than that, Chixxa.
Textbook is certainly, I think, the best word to describe that. You love those midfield passes and backboard touches.
Oh, what a bump from Naz! He comes off the ball just in time to find the bump. Great awareness from the Eagles captain. Like he says, oh, can I get another touch? Nope, just going to bump the goalie out. Anon is there. The communication on point right here for Post.
I mean, confidence and momentum is everything when it comes to a Rocket League game. And as soon as we found one, the dominoes just continued to fall for Post. We just kept clicking on all cylinders. We're up by 4. We're feeling very confident. And I could just tell this is why this team has been so successful thus far this season. I mean, Post is looking undefeated right now, and it's nice to see that we can notice on the field how much hard work they've put in to find this result.
Playoffs on the line, too, tonight. Don't forget, Post at 3-0 on the season. One more win will lock in and secure that playoff spot as we will be taking Game 1, it looks like, 4-0.
Wow. 4-0, really surprising with how much of that time that we had that was just kind of floating time.
Bomber's feeling confident.
Real quick.
Bomber's feeling confident in the chat. Love to see it. Yeah, sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
In the shot count. No, you're good. Just all the pressure. 8-3 in the shot count. 4 goals, all 4 of which assisted. So that's great teamwork on the field. That's one that sometimes people forget. They miss. But it was a team effort. And that's what makes this Post Eagles Orange team so strong with how well that they work together in the field. They slowly generated that little bit of momentum they needed, and they kept with it the rest of the game. It's really great success for them, and I could see them taking this series really easily at this point.
Team effort is absolutely correct. I mean, obviously the points, not the best indicator, best stat, but I mean, just look at that. Gives you just a general idea of the production of each of the team members, and they're all within 20 points of each other. So if that doesn't tell you that that was a team game, a team effort that game, I don't know what will. But we're heading back into Game 2 now. Eagles up 1-0 in the series after a pretty dominating Game 1, 4-0. No substitutions for either team. We're going to get right back into it.
Yeah, and I know we mentioned a little bit about Post and their success thus far this season, 3-0. Coming off. As for Kean, I'd say it's the opposite. They're looking for their first win this season, having lost to RPI and Finchway so far. So they're not having the best season themselves, trying to look for that pick-me-up, but potentially, again, a little bit undermatched as well, looking mechanics-wise, maybe speed-wise, with their roster being GC2s and a GC1 and theirs being Champ 1 and Champ 2 as well mixed in there.
Yeah.
So that little bit of mechanic ability can certainly change how this game really plays out.
Yeah, they did get a few shots on net last game, but Naz with a banger from downtown. Brad is there this time. But, in the end, I think it was just that stifling pressure and ironclad defense got them through Game 1. But possibly a chance now for Kean to get on the board, but KeramiK turns it away. Nice defense once again by the Eagles veteran. Good upfield pass now from Naz. KeramiK can't quite find another touch. Good bump, though, as Naz with a 50 going to be dropping down straight in front. Now here's Anon off the corner. PNXR completely out of boost and is now in an awkward spot. KeramiK's pass over to Naz, and that's on target. Eagles up 1-0.
Another backboard pass in field. It's placed out perfectly for Naz. You can't really put it any better. And again, his placement on the shot, both to the far side of 2 defenders, is absolutely flawless. Really playing everything textbook to a T is Post right now. They manage the pass, they manage the shot well, and they're managing that momentum. They're holding on that defensive foot and managing to get upfield in really quick fashion. They're doing it very efficiently, and so far, I'm not seeing them struggle, which is nice to see on the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Naz recognizing both defenders were near post and putting that ball exactly where it needed to go. And the Eagles still putting up the pressure here. KeramiK finding that touch off the backboard. Can't quite find the goal, but Anon is there as PXNR can't quite find the clear off of this backboard touch.
I really wanted that for KeramiK. It was such a nutty angle right above the crossbar there. But nonetheless, the teamwork factor's still there on the follow-up. Anon still finds that shot and still trusts his teammate on the follow-up that he does have the ability to take that shot, give the Eagles another goal, and now it's just time that'll continue to tick down, but Post feeling comfortable. They're managing to find goals in varying fashions and ways, and they're extending their pressure upfield with not just one opportunity at a time, but sometimes 2 and 3. Again, upfield presence, and they're already—
There's another one!
They find the finish. Naz there to the back of the net. Beautiful A through Z for Post.
Yeah, I think we're starting to see that snowball effect a little bit that happens sometimes in these games where when one team starts pulling ahead, the other team starts to feel antsy like they need to catch up and score some goals and make something happen, and so they end up double or triple committing on offense, and we kind of saw that there. Great shot from Anon, a little redirect pinch there. Couldn't quite find the net, but Naz is there with the cleanup, and we're already 4-0 in Game 2 here, not even at halftime yet.
Naz as well with the hat trick. 4 shots, 3 goals for him. He has been really the main contributor on the offensive side of the field for Post. He has continued to stay upfield, stay aggressive, and find those shots again and again. It's one way to have sometimes that teamwork, but it's another way to have someone decide that they want to stand out. They want to push the offensive pressure for Post, and they're getting all the opportunities they need to make us efficient, to make us aggressive, and to keep our lead very hungry. They're just hungry for these goals, and they're continuing to play phenomenally.
Yeah. That's the other thing about this roster too, right? Is that like every single member has the potential to pop off and just get that hat trick, or be that offensive presence. We don't have that dedicated third man, as people like to say, right? Whose just kind of job is to sit back and make sure that they don't get scored on, right? No, like every single member of the Eagles has scored very mechanical goals at different points in their Rocket League career with Post, and it's just really tough when you're up against a roster like that, like Kean is, when every single member of the other team is a massive threat.
Triple threat. One of the best parts of being in a Rocket League. Threes are, Rocket League's main competitive mode. If you can play threes with a good trio of people, then you're going to find success in the field. And Post has found success all season long with this team so far, and we could definitely see why they work so well together, and they're having fun on the field, and they're getting these opportunities. 2 back-to-back shots, and that net is seemingly open. No boost, though.
Yeah.
There.
I really liked KeramiK's slowing down the play earlier and trying to... He actually forced the defender to jump early, but didn't really have enough momentum. But a chance here for Kean to get on the board, but they can't quite put it in. That was very close, and Naz now on the counterattack. Out of boost, though, and cannot find another touch. KeramiK coming in, but that one's turned away by Meatball as Kean does not want to give away another goal. PXNR, taking it down the left-hand side as Kean trying to get on the board just to get that one goal. The 4-1 feels a lot better than 4-0, Chixxa, and I think that's Kean really wants that kind of that mental goal, right, to just kind of try to get themselves back into this series mentally.
Yeah, any goal is a good goal in Rocket League. No matter how sloppy it is, it
Yep.
gives you that little bit of advantage. And at this point, though, Kean still remains outscored. It's just they're not finding any way to get upfield to even find shots. I mean, 16-2 on that shot differential.
Yeah, that is
16-2.
I mean, the one way to look at that, if you're Kean, right, is like that's actually a pretty good save percentage, right? Because it's just simply so many shots put on net, and you actually turned away most of them, right? Some games you'll see, higher than a 50% shot to goal ratio, but not in this game, right? They were kind of forced to be on defense most of the time, but most of the time they did turn away those shots. But like you said, when you have such a massive shot differential, you really just you can't sustain that. Eventually, you're going to run out of boost.
Yeah. Yeah, Kean, with their backs to the wall, really all game long, they're not going to have much time to adapt at this point with post. I'd say, again, make post uncomfortable if you were Kean. You need to challenge them right away, not give them the opportunity to make those passes. Defend your back wall, your backboard. That has been really important for posts thus far. We've had so many great passing plays that resulted in a pass from that back wall and the backboard. You shut that down and you shut off post opportunities. Of course, for post, we want to keep on doing that because that's successful. But for Kean, they have to make those changes if they want any way to stop us from scoring and then figure out a way themselves that they have to score. That's just another added variable to the equation that they'll have to figure out, but one step at a time. If they can figure out how to shut down post first, then maybe they can look on how to score against us as well.
Yeah, chance here for Kean. The ball just floating in front of the box, but Kean unable to find a shot on net. Good touch there by KeramiK out mid to Anon. And Eagles with potentially a chance now. Naz definitely going to beat the player to the ball. Another touch off the ceiling, but Meatball's there. That would have been a highlight play for sure. Excellent read off the ceiling from Naz. KeramiK with a little baby double tap on the right-hand side. Doesn't find anything off of that, though. PXNR trying to be creative with the passing. I like it, but Naz, such a solid wall of defense for the Eagles in a lot of these series. And you see it again right there. Nice pass from Anon, and KeramiK finds the angle and puts it in. Another triple threat here. You see Naz just causing havoc, bumping Meatball off of the play. Anon comes in, finds the pass, and KeramiK is right there to slot it. Bottom left.
Kean needs to shut down those passes before they reach that center line. It's a gorgeous effort by post nonetheless. They find a really fantastic pass. That ball hits right on the tip of the car, and you get a shot off that's brutal, that's on target, that results in another goal for post. But as for Kean, again, space, shut down post. Post is certainly feeling themselves on these passing plays, on the offensive pressure upfield. Here we are again looking for yet more aggression, more pressure, back wall touches, follow-up passes. Maybe this one will be a
what a touch by KeramiK! The backboard defense, but it doesn't matter. Brad Pitt's dad puts one in the back of the net for Kean, and they're on the board here. What a fantastic touch there by KeramiK, but it actually ended up just being a pass to Brad. So tough to play defense in net when the ball just shoots straight out mid like that. Usually you want to play back post, of course, to keep the net in front of you, but when it's right down Broadway like that, it's tough to know which side of the goal to be on, and Nasser just kind of left flat-wheeled right in the center. But here's another chance for post in front of the box, but Brad, once again, turns it away. And we're tied up at 1, Chixxa.
Yeah, finally Kean finds a way to score in the field. And back to the point of Naz being stalled there, I think if he was placed maybe a little bit towards one of the posts, he might have seen that shot coming a little bit better. Sometimes that panic sets in, especially I would have expected KeramiK to panic first. I would have panicked on that touch that he made on the back wall. So great effort for really even finding a touch there, but it definitely needed to be a little bit better of a follow-up, expecting and being confident in KeramiK. But now this little bit of juice that we've seen Kean get, they've now managed to find ways to be upfield. You can tell they're just a little bit more confident, and that's really all that one goal can do for a team. Ron. Yeah,
definitely. They get on the board. Naz centers this one over, but no shooter available for the Eagles. Good 50 by KeramiK, going to keep the pressure on. Nana's there. Naz now up with this one. See if he can get another touch. Does get one more off the backboard, but again, no shooter there for post, as Eagles playing a little bit more conservatively on offense here. Anon and PXNR going up, both missing this one. Naz, I don't think that's quite the touch that he wanted there, as Anon getting bumped off of this one and dribbled along with the ball. Meatball shot. Oh, not quite there. This is a triple commit here for Kean. If the Eagles are able to get the ball downfield, this could be an open net. But now Kean is back as Naz getting bumped off of this one. KeramiK with a center. Naz with a shot. Top crossbar down. Anon with the follow-up. Also off. And there's a scramble in front of the net, and finally Kean recovers.
Yeah, Kean, the panic setting in, but
there it is. KeramiK coming in. It just was too much over too long of a time there for Kean. So many shots put on net there in the last 15 seconds. And Brad just left a little bit out to dry there with his two teammates trying to desperately clear that ball out from the corner. And the Eagles up 2-1 now with a little under minute 20 to go.
Not much time for either side of the field. On the side of Kean, they want a
oh, great shot from PXNR from half field. And Kean not going to go down without a fight. Ties it up at 2 here. Great pass from Meatball, and it's crossbar down. And we're tied up at 2 with 68 seconds left.
Can't place that ball any better, any higher, and it would have went off the backboard. Any lower, it would have been saved by post. Really great opportunity, and that's, you know, PXNR is the highest mechanical ranked member on the side of Kean, and he's putting in his work. He's putting in the effort he needs to try to bring his team a win this game. And of course, post knocking on the door of a sweep, going to match point if they manage to get this one, but Kean going to do their best to bring that series score not out of harm's reach really at this point in the game, but we'll see. That's a last second save for Naz, and at this point in the game, 30 seconds when that stress, that panic, that golden goal territory sets in this game.
I knew you were going to say that, the golden goal territory. It is definitely reaching that point. Now, just about 20 seconds to go. Anon can't quite find a good setup, but now he's going to try to get the redirect. Nope, can't find that either. PXNR stalling for time in the corner. Good 50 by KeramiK off the ceiling. Naz can read it. It's off the ceiling again. Straight down in front. Anon can't find the net. 5 more seconds. Can Kean hold on from this pressure from post? Another 50, and Kean might just let this one drop. Play for overtime. Nope, it's going to hit the corner. KeramiK straight down, and Meatball is going to let it fall. And we'll be heading to our first overtime of the series, Chixxa. Exciting.
Yes, overtime brings all that extra stress to the point.
Oh, Anon with a shot. Meatball, what a save! Oh, Meatball.
Ice up. Oh my goodness.
Meatball keeping
I
this.
didn't know.
He's keeping it alive for Kean. Good air dribble there by KeramiK, sending it all the way downfield. Now he's going to slow it down. The demo coming through from Anonimal, but it's not going to be enough. Meatball now collecting this ball. Has no boost to his name, though. And unable to find a shot. KeramiK also out of boost, just kind of taps it up there. Here's Naz coming in. Anon keeps it on the Eagles side, trying to bump Brad out of the way. As another good defensive play by Naz. But Kean putting on some of their pressure of their own this time. PXNR not that great of a touch off of the air dribble. And Post needs to try to find something on the counterattack here. Naz sending it up. Good read by KeramiK. Oh, Anon coming in with a shot, but I think the Kean defender got a piece of that one. Brad finds the demo on Naz, but the shot is almost on target off the top crossbar. But again, Kean still surviving here. Naz now up for this one on the left-hand side. Going to be down in front for Meatball once again. KeramiK off the ceiling. A light touchdown to Anon. Love that. Didn't need to use his jump there. Just got it where it needed to be. Anon going to take control now. Love that. PXNR. It's demoed by KeramiK. Back pass from Anon. Centered here for KeramiK. PXNR just barely gets there and saving another goal. Good center from Anon, but oh no! The own goal! No one was there from the Eagles to take a shot. Anon just puts it mid. And not sure who that was, but one of the Kean players trying to get that clear and just ends up redirecting it right into the back of their own net. An unfortunate ending to what was the hypest game of the series so far, Chixxa.
Yeah, I'm speechless about how that game ends. You know, you want an overtime game to be intense, to be
Mm-hmm.
everything it's hyped up to be, and then that's the goal you get, to end it. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
I know, it feels so
Um,
bad. It's like when you get into overtime after a really hyped game, and then there's just a kickoff goal or something stupid, and you're just like, womp womp. It's literally how that felt. Well played, though, from Kean. Definitely their best showing so far this series. Do you think that they're starting to figure the Eagles out, or do you think that Post was just a little bit out of sorts that match, Chixxa?
I think they're starting to figure us out. And the extent we still had, of course, our 13 shots to 6, so
Mm.
still very strong in that shot differential. Kean still had to save a lot, 8 saves for them. So
Mm-hmm.
they figured out a little bit better how to save the ball, how to defend from it, but most importantly, they figured out how to score. Since that's what, you could save all you want in Rocket League, but even down at low GC level, high champ level, if you can just be on the offense for a majority of the game and keep pushing offense, you don't have to spend time on the defensive half.
Right.
You don't have to be saving the ball.
Yeah, and you just have access to more boost pads, which is eventually going to get you a lot more, ability to control your car versus the other team.
Yeah, so all in all, I think Kean has adjusted in that sense in being able to be upfield, find shots, find some ways to score, but ultimately they still need to not let Post have so many opportunities, and they can't make mistakes. When it comes down to sloppiness, Kean is definitely a little bit more sloppy. They've had a couple more misses. They've had a couple more mistakes like that own goal. And when it comes down to adjusting...
Oh, what a save! Brad Pitt's dad coming in and saving another shot from the Eagles. That was definitely about to go in. But here's another chance. Anonimal shot straight at Meatball. Oh, great demo from KeramiK, opening the door wide open, but no shooter available for Post to take advantage. And we're still scoreless just about a minute in. KeramiK sends it upfield. PXNR going to try to control. Nope, Naz is there. Now Meatball in the corner. Controlling this out mid. Here's KeramiK now. Can't find the double, but a good pass to Anon. Anon double? Oh, what an angle from Anonimal! Incredible, and this is exactly what I was talking about, Chixxa. Every member of Post is a threat, and Anon somehow finding the angle of the century there off of that double tap after getting bumped, no less. Incredible shot from the Eagles veteran there. The showing why he's a physics major. That's a joke. He's not a physics major.
I was gonna say we're gonna call it skill, but it's a bit on that shot. But it's cool. It's cool. We love to see it. We love to see it.
Oh, what a shot by Naz.
The backboard passes put straight on target and in. That confidence. It just goes. It flows for Post one after another. We get bang bang 2 back to back.
So tough to get those reads as the defender when that ball is going straight up off of your own backboard, and you're not in that position already on the backboard to make that clear. Good block from Meatball though, and this could be a chance for Kean to take control of the ball and maybe have the lead from Post, but it's not going to happen. Anon, potentially a chance for a double tap. Nope, great interception there by Meatball. But, yeah, I mean, he did get lucky in the sense that he got bumped back into the area for a double touch. But, he definitely readjusted his car there when he saw himself getting thrown, towards the play. So I think there was definitely some luck there for sure, but it was also a lot of good awareness and good Rocket League IQ.
It's all in good fun, obviously. Anon may only have met me one time, but hopefully I remember me hitting on him.
Yeah, no, I think he'll be the first to say, too, that was a lucky shot. Oh, but straight down. Speaking of lucky shots, that was going to be on target, but Brad once again with another save here. Great pass from Naz down to Anon, but once again, straight in front of the box, and somehow Kean survives. That's a great shot from PXNR, but a better save from Anonimal as KeramiK wins another 50. Brad Pitt's dead, putting it in the corner. It's a little bit too hard, and KeramiK gets another shot off. Eagles still up by 2, still keeping the pressure on. And it just feels suffocating for Kean. They finally get it onto the Eagles half. Brad with a nice pass over to PXNR. Just as I say that, they score on the counterattack.
No challenge here. Well, first off, it's a miss for KeramiK.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to make contact on that ball. And Anonimal, I don't think he was ready back with boost yet to challenge that ball off the corner. So that ball, just like we've been scoring all game, if we find a midfield pass, no one there to cut off the midfield pass, and Kean finds the goal they need. But
wow,
you need to be careful. Naz certainly
he was
trying for something very nutty and almost.
He wanted that. Yeah, he wanted that double tap, and it was quite close. Great read actually there by Meatball, expecting the double tap, and not a great touch by KeramiK. That's going to be a pass to Meatball. He puts a shot on target, but Naz turns it away. And this is definitely another winnable game here for Kean. They just need one more to tie things up. And I don't know if... Oh, a miss there, and Naz going to make contact, and another own goal, trying to get the save off the backboard. Wasn't really much else that... I think that was PXNR. Not really much else that he could do there. Or no, excuse me, Meatball. Yeah, I believe that ball was on target. And he was just trying to get that clear off the backboard, but it does go into Kean's net, and the Eagles up 3-1 now. Oh, make it 4-1.
I was like, you just said 3-1. I don't know what you're talking about. Change your scoreline.
Wow, what a read from Anonimal. That's very difficult to read that ball coming straight at you, and then also finding the touch off the rebound off the sidewall. And Post suddenly turning what was potentially a winnable game for Kean kind of out of reach now. And I know we've been burned by those caster curses before, but but that was purple team. This is orange team, and they're much more solid on the defensive end. No offense, purple team. So, assuming they can close this one out and complete the sweep. But Kean, honestly, played really well tonight for the most part. After the first 2 games, like, they played well for most of this game, and then bringing the last game into overtime, there's just a few key mistakes from Kean that kind of shut the door on them having a potential to make this one a series.
Yeah, overall, I like the effort that we've seen in Kean. They may not have a good season thus far in ECAC, but they're still trying. They're still improving.
Yeah,
and
for
it's
sure.
nice to see that throughout games 1 through 4, they slowly did get better. They adjusted. They made those adaptations, and they made those games so much closer. And on the side of Post, we now see why they really are undefeated.
KeramiK just taking it coast to coast with the dribble, keeping this ball up for so long. Gonna tack one more after that beautiful flick. Puts it top right. And the final score is going to be 5-1. Eagles will take it 4-0, the clean sweep tonight. And yeah, I mean, Eagles just continue to cruise. KeramiK, the MVP there with 602 points. And I mean, not much more to say there, Chixxa. A pretty dominating series win there from the Eagles.
Yeah, we clutch playoffs like you said.
4-0, that's right. Playoffs, here we come.
I believe they made them last year as well. Had a pretty good run. So not unexpected, I think, for this post-orange roster.
Yeah, definitely not.
What I saw out of them team play-wise. They all individually had great games, and they all worked together very well. It's why they're so successful in the field, and those mechanics popped off at times too. You see they have multiple factors to their gameplay, so they can just continue next time, maybe with a tougher opponent. I can see them having to dig deeper into the depth that they have to create those opportunities when those games get a little bit closer.
Yeah, definitely. So unfortunately, that is actually going to do it for our streams tonight. Unfortunately, our Overwatch and League of Legends streams had to get canceled. But great series tonight from Orange Team. So we'll have more We'll have some Madden games for you guys tomorrow night at 8. And then on Friday night, there will be some more Rocket League action for you, as well as hopefully another League of Legends stream. So stay tuned to the Avis Gaming Association Discord server for more news about that. Until then, thanks for watching, everybody. You all have a great night.